Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. Today being July 4th, I still have not colored a chibi picture for Charming Chibis, which I am co-hosting for the month of July. I am co-hosting with both Samantha Oswald and Zoe Archer. I will leave their YouTube links down below in the description. I noticed both of them had a video up for a chibi color along already. I'm just kind of getting behind here. Been a little crazy busy around here. So I thought I would color a picture out of this Chibi Girls. This coloring book is by Arts, and I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, Ciel, C-I-E-L. I will leave a link to this book down below in the description. I now have used a program. I started using a program where I don't have to leave separate links for all three countries, the United States, the UK, and Canada. So there will only be one link down below from here on out for any products or books. They're Amazon affiliate links, so I do get a little bit of a kickback for each item that you buy through my links, and I will say thank you ahead of time if you do use those links. It goes directly back into the channel. But yeah, so there will only be one link from now on. If you are from the UK, it will automatically take you to your UK website to purchase the book. If that particular item is not available in your country, it will take you to the general Amazon.com website. But same is true with Canada. It will take you to the Canadian website. So let's get into coloring the picture. I am going to color this little cutie pie, and I thought I would color her with my big set of LeMouchet markers. Not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I'm going to pronounce it. It looks like it's French, so I'm going with that. Okay, so first off, let me get a piece of cardstock to put behind. Sorry for my arm. This has a lot of really cute little chibi girls in it, and as you can see, I have a number of flags, so I may be doing more out of this book this month. And with it being the 4th of July, I thought we would color her red, white, and blue. Now, I'm thinking she has like leggings on. At first I thought she had socks, but you can see her ankle and stuff here, so I'm going to be coloring this all skin, and then we'll do red, white, and blue for her dress and her leggings. Let's start with her hair. No, we'll start with her skin first. And what shall we pick? I think I'll go with skin white, 131. 131. See, this is the thing with sets this big, because this has 168 markers in it. It's harder to find the marker you want. So, excuse me. These do not tickle. I have not coughed hardly all morning, and as soon as I get recording, I cough. Oh, I'm so sorry. But yeah, these do not, unfortunately, park on the end. So usually, like I said, I just hold it in my other hand anyhow, for some reason. Let me zoom you in a little. And here we go. And I'm still going to cough. Can't get rid of that tickle. Oh, darn it. I should have brought a throat lozenge along. And it's like once you get a tickle in your throat, you can't get rid of it, right? Oh, I think it's going away. So how is everybody doing? Any big plans for the 4th of July? We're not going anywhere. We're not even going to go watch fireworks anywhere. mainly because of Bella. We cannot leave her home alone. She has very high anxiety to begin with. And especially the 4th of July when there's fireworks. She gets so scared so easily. Even when, you know, I get Amazon packages, which, you know, we hardly ever get around here. Or, you know, any type of packages that's sent with bubble, you know, packaging. All she has to do is see those. You know, don't even have to make noise with it. And she's going and hiding and just shaking like crazy. And anything, she starts shaking. Jaden one day brought her home a blue balloon that he had gotten from school, and he had blown it up for her and stuff. I thought that was so cute. And all Bella had to do was take a look at that. You know, it made kind of a noise. So, and then one day, Maddie brought along from home a blown up beach ball. And she bounced it on the floor, kind of, you know. Oh, that's all it took. And so Maddie was so cute. She wouldn't put it by the door that we come in from the garage. And there's just a little hallway there, and it's where I have my washer and dryer and my other bathroom. And she put it in that little hallway there by the door. And she came in and talked to Bella. She goes, "It's all right, Bella. I put it away. You don't have to be scared." It was so cute. It's all right, Bella. Don't have to be scared. So yeah, all day, she left the beach ball alone and didn't bring it out. She didn't want Bella to be scared. Oh, she can be such a cutie pie. You know what she did the other day? Oh, my heavens. I laughed so hard. You know, we're still in the process of potty training her. And so I'll have to take her in the, you know, bathroom every once in a while. And she's sitting on the toilet on her, you know, little seat that you put on the big toilet so she don't fall in, right? And she's sitting there, and of course, you sit there with her for quite a while. And so the tub is opposite the toilet in my main bathroom. So I sit on the edge of the toilet while I sit on the edge of the toilet, yeah. I sit on the edge of the bathtub while she's sitting on the toilet and farting around more than, you know, anything, of course. And all of a sudden, she leans forward and she brings, you know, the toilet seat up against her back. And she goes, "Gamma, I a turtle." I a turtle. And I said, "You're a turtle?" She says, "Yeah." And she points to the toilet seat on her back. She goes, "That's my shell." I laughed so hard. It's like, where did she see a turtle? Oh, my heavens, that girl is so hilarious. I think we'll use terracotta for her hair. Or should we use potato brown? Maybe I'll use potato brown, 103. Yeah, so, I mean, that just, oh, that was my entertainment for the day. That girl can just be so funny. And when I mentioned it to Heather, Heather already knew. And she says, yeah, she said that one time at home, too, over the weekend. And I'm like, she did. And then the next day she said it again. And so, yeah, I asked her, well, where did you see a turtle? Well, they go out fishing. Daddy's a big fisherman. And so they had all four of them, Jaden, Mom and Dad, and Maddie, all went out fishing. And she must have seen a turtle while they were fishing. And so she seen the turtle's shell. But to associate that with, you know, having a toilet seat on your back to be your turtle shell. Oh, I thought that was so funny. Quite the imagination that girl has. Too funny. She just makes me laugh. Of course, you know, there's the other side too. I wonder if this must be part of her hair. You know, there's always the other side too, you know. She gets super crabby and she's very strong-minded, as most 3-year-olds are. And yeah, when she gets in her moods, boy, watch out. Oh, man. But yeah, they always make up for it, don't they? When they're being so darn cute. Yesterday, because it was so hot out, but nice at the same time, you know. The sun was just shining. It was almost 90 here. But it was a beautiful summer day. And Maddie was getting antsy, so I said, well, let's go take Bella for a walk. We'll go up and get the mail. And so she likes to hang on to Bella. And now that she's a little bit older, she can hang on to Bella much better. When she was younger, it was kind of hard for her because Bella likes to pull on the leash. And so Maddie would drop the leash and off Bella would go. But yeah, she's much better about hanging on to her now. And so, okay, I let her take Bella. Went up and got the mail. And then walked down, on the opposite side of the street is my house. So walked down the sidewalk on that side. Well, sidewalk was kind of hot for her, so, because we both had bare feet. And so she decided she wants to walk in the grass. And Bella was just trotting along, and Maddie was just running down the grass with her. And she says, Grandma, Bella running, I run too. She was all excited, and it was so adorable. It's like one of those commercials you see where the little kids running out like in the field or something. It's just what it reminded me of. It was so cute. So yeah, we went halfway around the block, and yeah, Maddie held her, had the leash the entire time, and every time Bella would take off, she'd just be running. And by that time, get halfway around the block, Bella's just panting. I said, well, I think we got to take Bella back home, let her back in the house, because she's hot. Bella panting? I go, yeah, Bella's panting. She's hot. She needs some water. So we came back home and let Bella in the house. Well, of course, Maddie didn't want to come in the house. She never wants to come back in the house. She is such an outside girl. And finally got back in the house. And yeah, we had to take Bella out again later. She wanted to go to the park, which is the school playground, but she always calls it the park. Went over there, and again, we were both barefoot. But in the park, they have little, like, pebble stones for around the, you know, the whole playground, rather than like wood chips and stuff. Those little stones were so hot. There was no way of walking with bare feet, and she only has her sandals along, and that's even worse, because then you get those little bitty stones in your sandals, and yeah, that hurts. Okay, she looks like she's got antenna, huh? Should we do them black. Well, it's kind of like part of her headband, so maybe we'll do the outfit first and then we'll coordinate that with it. So let's get a red and a blue. Which red? Maybe like a scarlet 13. And a nice royal blue. Let's go with brilliant blue 74. So yeah, then we came back, and there's such a hill across the street from me going down to that grassy play area. And I said, well, Maddie, you want to roll down the hill? She loves rolling down my front lawn because it's a real steep incline. It's just one of her favoriteest things to do. And so, but you know, while we're out there, we're in the hot sun. And so yeah, she rolled down a few times, and that's when Grandpa had Bella out for a walk. And so as soon as she seen Grandpa coming up the sidewalk with Bella, she had to run over there. And as long as I could keep her in my eyesight between myself and Bob, I let her run. There were no streets in between or anything. It was just all that grassy area. So yeah, we were sitting in the sun, and Maddie was rolling down the hill, and Bob's like, well, why don't you go over in the shade? There was, you know, there's a big maple tree over on the side. I go, Maddie, why don't we go sit over there and you can roll down the hill? So we went over in the shade, and Bob came over with Bella. And so Bob wanted to go back because it was really hot out, and he does not like heat. And I said, well, Bella can stay here with us. So we were sitting in the shade with Bella, and she was playing around. It was cute. Then it was time to come back and make some supper. She didn't like that, of course. After supper, then sun kind of went behind the clouds. So we went back over to the park again, and this time at least, you know, by then the rocks weren't hot to walk on anymore, and the slide wasn't scalding hot, because before she wouldn't have even been able to go down the slide. There was no way. So we're going to leave some of these white. So yeah, she played around. We barely got over there though, and we went over there earlier this time, because last time we were going to go over there, and Heather's been getting out of work quite early lately, so we didn't get a chance. Oh, Bob's back. Didn't get a chance to even go over to the park. She was so upset. That was earlier this week, and so I thought, okay, we'll go over there earlier today, so she's got a chance to play. Well, we weren't over, maybe a half hour we were over there, and Heather texted me that she was on her way already. So I said, well, we're over at the park. And she says, that's fine. So when she got there, it takes her like 15 minutes only to get from work to my house. She came down to the park, and let's see, we'll do this blue. And yeah, of course, Maddie didn't want to leave. And she said she wanted to swing, of course. So Heather pushed her for a little while on the swing. And let's see. I think we'll do red. Yeah, I think we'll go with the same thing. And then Heather had to sit down so Maddie could push her, and she actually did a really good job. It was cute. Finally they left. So yeah, it was a fun day yesterday. Was going to have her ride her Jeep out in the backyard, but number one, earlier in the day, that Jeep sits in the hot sun, so it was too hot for her to ride it. Number two, Grandma and Grandpa forgot to charge up the battery. And it didn't even dawn on me until after they were gone. We had bought her a hard plastic swimming pool for this year, because I always had a blow-up pool for the other years, and of course they always went flat. Never failed. Totally forgot to bring that up from the basement, because I wanted to put it down there when we first got it so Maddie wouldn't see it and insist on getting it out when it was only, you know, in the 50s and 60s, because summer took forever to hit here. So yeah, but when we were out in the backyard, I had Bella out in the back with us, and she was on the leash. All of a sudden she took off on me, and near where my property and my neighbor in the back, where our properties meet, it's underneath a maple tree. Here there was a baby robin that must have fallen out of the nest. And, you know, it was kind of old, but not old enough to be on its own, you could tell. And thank heavens I caught Bella quick enough so she didn't really get at the bird. Bella has a habit of getting after birds, doesn't she? She's that dog. But, and I have never, ever been dive bombed by birds like Maddie and I were when Bella went after that baby. Holy cow. We must have had, at least a dozen robins. Oh gosh, I bet you it was more than a dozen robins. Maybe like 15. Dive bombing us. And just a squawking away. So they must all kind of watch each other's babies or something and help out, sounding the alarm. Oh my God, it reminded me of the movie Birds. The Birds, Alfred Hitchcock's. And for you younger folk, look up the movie. Oh, that was an experience and a half. It was so loud. Bob even heard it in the house and was wondering what the heck was going on. Oh, man. But I felt so bad for this baby birdie. At least it was under the tree, so it wasn't in the hot sun. But after Bella got at it, it kind of sort of half flew and kind of fumbled around, and it ended up by my house out in the river rock that's around my house, which was out in the hot, hot sun. So I figure, okay, these birdies are still going nuts here. Talked Maddie into going in the house to see if of course, Mom couldn't, pick up the baby and move it like a squirrel or something could. So I didn't know what they were going to do about this baby. And so I thought, well, we'll leave it alone and see what happens. Well, I look out a little while later because I was worried about it being out in the hot sun, and yeah, it was belly up. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get out there. So I go out back, and I pick up the baby, and it still fought against me, so it still had energy. And I scooped it up and kind of held it tight in my hand so it couldn't get away, and put it back up under the maple tree so it was in a nice cool shade. But, you know, here's this little baby birdie all by itself. And then later at night, it was so gorgeous out when the sun was starting to set that there was nothing on TV. So I thought, I'm going to go relax out on the lawn swing out back. And no phone, no nothing, just sit out back and relax. And then I seen the little baby, and I go, that's right. And Bella, what are you eating back here? Oh, she found something crunchy. I bet it's a potato chip Maddie dropped. And so every time this little robin would start squawking, and I try to remain as still as possible, Mama Robin would all of a sudden appear out of nowhere. And she'd slow but sure make her way halfway close to the little baby robin, and then she'd start pecking at the ground, and I'm assuming picking up bugs or worms or something from the ground, and she'd slowly hop over to the baby, and all of a sudden pop it in the baby's mouth. It was so adorable. So she was feeding the little baby robin yet, which I was so happy to see. So I sat out there for, I bet you, it was a little over an hour and a half watching this. As soon as the baby would squawk, all of a sudden Mama would appear. When the baby was quiet, I didn't see any robins. What color should we make her shoes? It's a lot of red, so I think we're going to make them blue. So yeah, that went on for quite a while, and it was just so fun watching it, but yet it was breaking my heart because here's this little baby robin in my lawn all by itself. And yeah, it tried flying once, and it did get a little ways, but then flopped back on the ground it went, and it kind of flops around in the grass, so it can't really move too well. It's, you know, old enough where it has its orange breast and stuff already, but yeah, and it's got, you know, all its feathers and stuff, so it's relatively big, but definitely not old enough to be on its own. And like I said, where I put it, it had to have fallen out of the nest up above in that maple tree. But of course, Mom can't get it back up in the nest. So when I got up this morning, I went back and looked, and I thought, oh, I don't want the baby robin out in the sun then this morning. And so I went and looked for it. I couldn't see it anywhere. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I wanted to at least know that Mom was around yet and taking care of it. So, I don't know. I wish these little baby birds wouldn't do this to me. Let's do her headband red. And the mourning doves in the garage are busy sitting on eggs again. So they're on their third batch of babies now. Mama's been in there all day, and then Daddy will come in and feed her. But lately, of course, he probably, I'm sure, comes in while, I'm not out there, because I'm not out there all the time. But all I see is her. Now, it could actually be him sitting on the nest at times, because they do say that Mom sits on the nest during the night and Dad sits on it during the day. Well, Mom has a little bit of a lighter head than him, so I can kind of tell the difference now. But it's still kind of hard because they're sitting up so high. So, I don't know. They're taking care of themselves, so I don't have to worry about them at least. It's just this baby robin. That's why I said these baby birds gotta quit doing this to me. Bella doesn't help, the first batch she got that little baby mourning dove that fell from up on the shelf, and now she almost got this one. I'm like, oh, stop it. Okay. Should we do red, white, and blue wings too? I don't know. Or would that be too much? And if I don't do red, white, and blue, what color shall we go with? Well, we got to make her eyes blue. I don't think I'm going to go with that bright of blue, though. We'll do a pale blue. Let's go with pastel blue, 67. And then the other day, I was outside with Bella, and I just caught out of the corner of my eye something in my front flower bed where I have my bleeding hearts. And I just thought it was a big bumblebee, because we got a lot of them too around here. But no, it was the teeniest little hummingbird I have ever seen. I don't think this thing was any bigger than my thumb. It was like that little. And I know hummingbirds are little anyhow, but oh my heavens, that thing was teeny. I just love hummingbirds, and it was flitting around in and out of the bleeding heart flowers, and I'm like, I didn't even know they could get up in the bleeding hearts because there's no openings on the top. So yeah, that was neat. I really don't know what to do with her wings. Like I said, I think if I go red, white, and blue, that's going to be too much. Why don't we go with like pastel blue, green, and a light purple? Or pink. Let's go with the pastel, really light blue, green, and pink. So we are going to go with frost blue, 182. And my pale green would be, go with green bice, 163. And my palest pink would be pale pink light, 196. Well, at least this video is definitely going to be shorter than my last one. Oh my heavens. I had no idea that was going to end up being that long. Oh, I sure hope you guys liked it being that long. I had some really positive comments on it. Why can't I find 196? Yeah, I had a lot of positive comments on it. 138. It's supposed to be right. See, I bet you I got these all in the wrong order. So we're going to use 138 light pink, which is almost identical. But yeah, I got some positive comments because evidently a lot of you are like me and you like the long coloring chats. So yeah, that was a doozer. 4 hours. That's the longest one I have ever done. And yeah, if you don't like the long coloring chats, you can, you know, break it up into however many pieces and parts you want. Or yeah, you can just skip by the video. That's fine. Let's see. Oh geez, all of this will be one color. Okay. Let's go down here with the other one then. So yeah, I'm not real sure what my next color in chat is going to be. I will be doing another chibi one in the near future. But I thought maybe I would do, I've got a number of requests for coloring videos out there, so I may do one of those. Or I may do, there's a couple of Christmas and July color alongs out there. So I may do a Christmas picture. I also still have that Johanna Basford picture that I started in colored pencil, Prismacolor, that I have not worked on in eons because there's just been so many other things come up. And yeah, but I would like to get back at that too. And there's so much to do yet on that picture, but I think it'll be pretty when it's done. I was so nervous about starting that picture because I have not colored with colored pencil in so long, but I think it's turning out okay. Better than I expected. The blending was turning out and everything anyhow. I received so many nice comments from you guys in regard to my finished pictures in June. I appreciate that. You guys have all been so kind in regard to your comments in general. I love it. You guys make my day. Makes me happy. Especially if I'm kind of having a rough day anyhow. All I got to do is go read through my comments on my videos and you guys brighten me up. How do you like that for wings? Yeah, I think that's kind of cute. Give her some pastel wings. It'll kind of contrast with the red, white, and blue, right? I kind of wanted to give the wings kind of a see-through look. Wasn't sure if I was going to need gel pen on this picture or not. Some of the other chibi pictures I have picked out, there's some smaller areas, so I may have to get out some gel pens or fine liners. Maybe I'll get out my fine liners. I haven't used those a lot lately. Okay, so we'll do the pink. I'll do blue here. Gosh, am I even on camera? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it's been a fun, interesting week. I hope all of you are doing well and you had an interesting week. But a good week. Okay, I'll get some green in here. We're almost done, folks. And it's only been 40 minutes. Holy cow. My epic fastest picture, I think. So yeah, I have a few other things to talk about, so I will leave them for my next color in chat. It's always kind of nice to have some things to chat about when you're doing a color in chat. I hate to just sit here and color, because it's like, okay, Lisa, this is called a color and chat, not just a color and watch. Or not even watch, because I know most of the time we are coloring at the same time, right? And you're not really looking at the screen. I usually am just listening to people. That's why I love color and chats. I will, you know, get out what I'm coloring and just listen to them talk. And that's why I myself like the long ones. So, you know, this should have been, I started with green there, but yeah, that should have been pink probably. But oh well, there is our patriotic girl. Wow, yeah, that did not take long at all, did it? So how do you like our 4th of July gal? I think she's pretty cute. So yeah, I thank you for watching and probably coloring along on your own. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new to my channel. Again, I hope everybody's having a terrific week and a terrific 4th of July. And as always, happy coloring. Bye, guys.